Hyvä yleisö, MM-kisojen virallinen maskotti. Please welcome the official mascot, IC. Ja tämän ottelun tuomariston nimen nyt kansainvälinen jääkiekkoliitto. The game officials for this game have been licensed and designed by the International Ice Hockey Federation. Päätuomarit, the referees, Antonin Jerabek, Markus Winnerborg. Linjatuomarit, the linesmen, Peter Blumel, Johannes Schek. Ja tervetuloa USA. Please welcome Team USA. Ja tervetuloa Venäjään. Please welcome Team Ja seuraavana kansallislaulut, jotka esittää Savonlinnan oopperajuhlakuoron laulaja. Please rise and remove.
Hello, good evening and welcome to the Hardball Arena. We're ready just about for this huge matchup in Group H between Russia and USA, the two undefeated sides in the group. We're going to pause just for the national anthems and then we'll be back with the hockey.
Venäjän kansallislaulu, National Anthem of Russia.
Well, the national anthems are over and we're ready for some ice hockey here at the Hardball Arena with me, Owen Nilsson. A pulsating atmosphere between these two giants of the ice hockey world. And we're really looking forward to this. Both sides coming into the match undefeated, 2 wins each. And both with the chance to go to the top of Group H. We'll take a look at the lineups first. And the Russian keepers, it's Brizgalov in goal for the Russians. Keep your eyes on Zvitov, also Radulov, and the 4 goal heroes so far, the legend Ilya Kovalchuk. He'll be wearing number 71. The New Jersey Devil forwards has been in brilliant form already. We expect him to continue on in a similar manner. Conceded just 1 goal so far, scored 10, the Russians. The United States have done well. Also Eric Johnson in defence, particularly Ben Bishop, who's going to be between the pipes today. And up front, there's been good work from Tim Stapleton, who's the only one who plays outside of North America for Dynamo Minsk, as well as David Moss. Keep your eyes on him. Stasny and Falk both with assists. And we really don't know which way this one is going to go. Just moments away from the first drop of the puck. It's the Russians in red, the US in the white with the blue numbering. And you can already hear there's a wonderful atmosphere here in the Hardball Arena as we get ready for some evening hockey in the 2013 IIHF World Championships. And it comes back the US's way early on. In the lead up to this, Joe Sacco was saying how important it was that they got a good start, and they realized against the defending champions from last year that they really need to be on their mettle early on. As we get a look at Alexander Radulov, who's been one of the top scorers in the KHL for the last 3 years, was second in the season that just finished, but was top of the pile 2 years in a row preceding that. And yet another whistle, an offside there, as we see Ilya Nikulin, his 8th World Championship, and one of the most experienced skaters out there. Bilyatrinov and Sacco, the 2 coaches. It was the Russian coach who took them to gold last year after doing so well. As we just take a look at that shot with AK Bars Kazan. A couple of early whistles on the play though, and the 2 sides just feeling each other out. Here's Nikulin in behind the goal, looking for some options to get start. Jonta, who's the one trying to make it difficult to come forward now on the left wing. No options in the middle, shot comes in, Bishop with a comfortable save. Now bringing forward with Johnson on the barriers, and the high pressing from the Russians. Chasing after is Petrov, 2-time Gagarin Cup champion and an under-18 World Junior gold medalist in 2007. I've seen a lot of good matches already. It was a wonderful cross-size pass. Petrov tries to put it into front of the crease, but misses the man arriving. And Nate Thompson just dumps up the end, and they can run the change, the sidelines and the boxes for the 2 teams on the opposite side as they are in Stockholm, the other group. And last year they won 7 out of 7 in the group, the Russians. They're on to do a similar thing, but still in the early stages, of course, where they take this one very seriously. Much more successful in the World Championships than they are in the Olympics since they changed from the Soviet Union. And the United States, many a year since they medaled in the World Champs, a relatively inexperienced World Championships. A number of the skaters in the US roster featuring in the tournament for the first time. Pass from Anisimov into, here's Anton Belov, who got a career record 26 points for Omsk in the KHL this season. Trying forward on the left wing. Still wait to see any real chances. It's flicked away by McBain. Oh, and now just opened up for a moment for Kokorev, who's still on the puck. In behind, trying to find an option on the barrier. Check comes in on Medvedev. And then the pass across, trying to get it out was Svitov. And, well, there's collisions in front of the crease. And eventually the Americans can just dump it up the other end as the whistle comes on the play. Take another look at this here. Well, it was saved with the glove, and unfortunately, just unable there. Prokorev, another two-time Gagarin Cup champion last year and this, and took gold in 2012. The tournament also held in the twin cities of Helsinki and Stockholm. So face-off, which the Americans managed to come away with. Jeff Petry, third season in the NHL with the Edmonton Oilers. Well, a little bit lax in the possession there, and just deciding to dump it up the other end as the line changes run, and now the Russians inside their own zone. Pass comes around and dumped up there again, something to chase for Radulov until the whistle goes. Well, a staccato beginning here between these two, and they have met 4 times in recent years in the World Championship. Most recently of those was in the semi-finals in 2009 when the Russians prevailed 3-2. They went on to win the tournament ahead of Canada in the final. And Russia have won 3 of the last 5 world chances as a first test for Brizgalov. Bouncing puck comes in off the boards and then high on the point, worked around in behind, looking for an option. Matt Carl was just waiting, he's picked it up now. Another under-18 World Junior gold medalist. In 2002 though. Both sides struggling to break down the other in this opening period of the game. Tereshchenko pressing high at the ice on the US. Pass from Mozyakin. Well, Hunwick trying to get it away, and then there is an option up the boards. Jonta, career high games for him in the NHL this year for New Jersey. There could be a moment for number 10, Sergei Mozyakin. Still on the puck. 2 men around the crease, so one taking it is Tereshchenko. He just peels off as the puck is claimed by Ben Bishop. There's just a few more Russian fans in here than the US, as that earlier shot was saved by Brizgalov. Won the Stanley Cup with the Anaheim Ducks back in 2007. Popov, well, a quick, smart shot from Perezogin. Popov trying to dig it out. Here's Popov, lays it in front. Controlled with the skate, and then the shot just whipped by, though. Good work by Bobby Butler to make that shot difficult. And here's Butler again. He loses out this time, though, to Popov. Now in behind, looking for the option. Well, Perezogin just peeled away. Now looking for the slap shot, driven in! First goal! It's Anton Belov. And laid back finds the space. And the defenseman slices home for his first goal of the tournament. And what a hit that was from Belov. The 26-year-old from Ryazan, Russia, has just opened the scoring against the big rivals, the USA. Bishop did not pick it at all. Wasn't too much interference in front of him either. You can see here, he gets a good look at it. Well, I think he's motioning there that there was a little bit of a screen from his own player. But he's a good second behind as that puck flies into the back of the net. It's Russia 1, USA 0. What a hit though from Belov in his first ever World Championships, with his first ever World Championship goal. And didn't he take it well? He's been playing with Avangard Omsk now since 2008. In the KHL, and always fighting for the Gagarin Cup, Omsk, in the last 3 or 4 years. And we've got some of the finest players on the ice who feature in the KHL Russia, particularly in terms of their attacking prowess. Sergei Swan is the one who's trying to get the puck from in behind. He's the one who's on the ends of that harsh foul by the Latvian defenseman Berzins. Now the US can bring it away. Paluche. And then the shot. Oh, sky high. Not a good effort there from Dani Christo. He's been playing university hockey this season. For the University of North Dakota, just picked up by Stasny, actually born in Quebec, in Canada. Craig Smith tries to send it round. Here's David Moss, option on the point, and just swept over. Matt Carl, he just puts it in, but gobbled up there by Brizgalov, and then there's a little bit of fisticuffs between number 48, Evgeny Biryakov. It's part of the World Championship winning side last year. And Craig Smith actually played in the Finnish SM Liga in the NHL lockout, which of course meant there was a curtailed season in North America, still going on as well in the Stanley Cup. As I mentioned in the intro, all these guys playing over in North America, but for Tim Stapleton. But a good start in this game. So wonderfully taken goals. We see the connect, just a late charge there between Biryakov and Smith. Biryakov, who's had his whole career at Metallurg. Had another good year in the Eastern Conference of the KHL, finished 4th. Didn't manage to get past Salavat Yuliyev Ufa though in the quarterfinals of the playoffs. They have been imperious, and both these sides near the top of the statistics. Lengthy stoppage here. Russia have got the best scoring efficiency in the tournament so far. The USA with the finest power play ranking, just above the Russians in 3rd. You can see there Biryakov and Smith picking up the first penalties of the game, both going in the bin. So both sides down a man, 4-on-4 here in this 3rd game of Group H in the 2013 IIHF World Championships. We'll see how this works out. I just mentioned the power play for the US has been good. They've scored 4 goals in their previous 10 power play advantages. The Russians won from 4. Nikulin trying to just get it back, and then chipped off the wall by Razensky. Razensky again, and this time the Russians could bring it away, just holding onto the puck in behind and rebuilding. Options right and left, trying to come forward with some pace. Kovalchuk, it's still Kovalchuk, gives it short. Now Radulov. Now managed to find a little bit of space, and good work with the skill, and then the shot. Oh, it was wonderful from Alexander Radulov. Just carving his way through the US defense, but couldn't quite get it on target. As Bishop put up the right glove, and suddenly there's a little corridor of space to go through, but unable to get through there, Tutin. Taking their time with this, 40 seconds to go, is still 4-on-4. Radulov again, in behind, up against number 27, Justin Fulk. 4 goals and 4 assists last time. The pass from Radulov, looking for a man in front of the crease, but couldn't pick out a teammate, trying to make the angle for the shot. Put in behind, around the boards, away by Ben Bishop, and looks as if we're going to just bring out this first penalty without anyone taking advantage. Won the Eastern Conference in 2010 with the Flyers. Matt Carl ended up losing the Stanley Cup final to Chicago. That's closest he's come to the Stanley Cup, as they both fighting for the puck upon the barriers. Christo trying to get it away and pressing high up the ice from the Russians. Just managed to dig it out there with Eric Johnson, Olympic silver medalist in the last Olympics, which saw the US lose out to rivals Canada. It has been a bit of a poor spell for the USA, both in the Olympics and in the World Championships. They've taken silver in 2 of the last 3, but they haven't taken gold since the Winter Olympics were played in Lake Placid back in 1980. The Russians have never taken gold since changing from the Soviet Union. As a moment just develops there for Perezogin. Now in behind, looking to try and get the angle. Popov trying to find a teammate, but now with 10 minutes gone in the first period, it's the US coming forward into the Russian zone. Just drifting up on the back end is Jonta. Well, in the breakaway, Popov tries to take on his man, but Truba does well on the turn. Not much venom on that shot by Perezogin. Coming through center ice now with the US, and something to chase there. Little chip and go for Ryan Carter. He got 7 points in last year's Stanley Cup. He's been getting better and better, Carter, and a chance here, just developing. The Russians trying desperately to get it away. They haven't quite managed it though, and there could be a chance. Fighting for it right in front of the crease, and it's in, and it's Paul Stastny who gets the equalizing goal. We got a tied game. Well, the Russians failing to get the puck away. They had a couple of chances there, and Paul Stastny with the assist by Craig Smith notches his first goal of the tournament, his 4th point though. You can see it here, saved initially. Well, it's a real messy goal from the Russians' point of view. 9 points in 8 games in the last World Championships, Paul Stastny, and he's already up with 4 after just 3 games now in this year's edition. You can see there Brizgalov was trying to just lift it up and over with the arm, but didn't manage to do so, and into the top of the corner. Russia 1, USA 1. 9 minutes to go in the first period, and really exciting first time here between these two. Radilov, who's done just about everything there is to do in domestic and international hockey with Russia in recent years. There was that brilliant moment, the best bit of skill we've seen in this first period. He's got all sorts of trophies and gongs, Radilov, for his time with Salavat Yuliev and also CSKA Moscow. Looking at the breakaway, gets a rousing cheer out of the crowd. They're just getting in each other's way a little there. Kovalchuk, number 71, his 9th World Championship, the old man, as it were, of the Russian roster. Another one who's done pretty much all that there is in the game. As the whistle comes on the play, Kovalchuk, one of those who's playing his hockey in the US for the New Jersey Devils. Tutin gets 2 minutes of holding. You can just see it again there. Fedor Tutin, another one of those who plays in the US with the Columbus Blue Jackets. Over 600 NHL games for Tutin. It's gone in the bin. This is the first penalty of the tournament so far. So the US are up a man. Russia down to 4. How can they do on this power play? As I mentioned already, they've got the best stats in the tournament, so Russians are going to have to be careful on the special teams and make sure they keep it tight. They've managed to get that one up and away. Bishop's come out of his net to start it up again from the back. And here's Erik Johnson, under-18 gold medalist in 2006, took a bronze with the under-20s in 2007. Oh, the lethargic movement of the puck there. The Russians not using too much energy, just controlling the space in front of the crease. The US, of course, looking for that angle to try and get the shot. Here's LeBlanc. Knocks it over number 4, McBain. On the right side, just checked out of it. And there could be a breakaway here. There's a 2-on-1 situation developing, and the shot, oh, he's held it up. This would be a brilliant goal. Oh, just turned wide though. Anisimov with some brilliant trickery and teasing the defenseman of the US. Couldn't get that shot on target, as Erik Johnson can just leave it and leave the ice as the line change comes, and the US can come forward through into center ice. Still 35 seconds to go in the power play for the US. On the point is Justin Falk, just leaves it short. Falk again. Lays it back, there's a little bit of space. The screen was there! And so is the score for the US. Well, they've got the power play goal. And it's Stastny again. 2 goals in 3 minutes of Paul Stastny. 5 for the tournament. And just moments before, there was that chance, Artyom Anisimov. And this is a good angle here where they don't go close. You look there at Nikulin, number 5 for Russia. Perhaps could have gone to Stastny, who just wristy little shot into the top corner. Brizgalov had no chance really with that one, with 2 men in front of him. And after Russia took a 1-0 lead after 5 minutes and 23 seconds, the US have turned it back around and hold the lead. What a fascinating first period we've had here in Group H of World Championships. Another whistle on the play. Well, Stastny, a point machine in the World Championships the last couple of years. Out front now with 5 for the team. Certainly experience, and the fact that the Russians are the defending champions, I think they, without doubt, were the favourites coming into this tournament. Last time the United States even got a medal was back in 2004, and they picked up a bronze. And they haven't actually taken gold in this since 1960. Of course, it's not really high up on their list of priorities when the majority of their players are featuring in the NHL, which is well underway at the moment, but still in its early stages. More of a grooming ground, and you can see that with some of the age of the players in the roster for the US. 9, in fact, of the roster first time out in the World Championships. Not Stastny though, it's his 3rd time. And certainly showing his experience, getting his side into a 2-1 lead with 6 minutes to go. The Russians are looking for a quick response though. And driving forward, is it going to come? No! Yes it is! Kovalchuk, instant response from the Russians. What a finish. Well, the US goalie Ben Bishop just puts his hands on his hips and looks at his defense as Ilya Kovalchuk gets his 5th goal. And what a finish that was from the number 71. Well, Bishop will know him well. He plays for the New Jersey Devils, Kovalchuk. And it was a devilish finish. Lasered into the bottom corner. Russia 2, USA 2. Well, the crowd have really been treated in this opening period. 4 goals, and we've still got, well, 6 minutes to play. Certainly ramped up the atmosphere, didn't really need much. We heard from the off with the national anthems how much anticipation was in here. And everyone very much on the edge of their seats. Oh, it's a wonderful pass, another chance here, and then I think the whistle comes on for offside against Bjugstad. Made his debut in the NHL this year. You can see it again, it's just pinched in centre ice. Kovalchuk, little step onto the forehand and just slices it again into the bottom corner. Great celebrations, great scenes for the Russians. Who's going to take the next advantage? And Kovalchuk is a veteran of this tournament, as we mentioned, his 9th World Championships for Russia, and that goal makes it his 29th in 69 games. In fact, that's his 69th point in 69 World Cup games in his whole career, so a point again for Kovalchuk, which is quite incredible. He got the most goals in the playoffs last year for the New Jersey Devils, though they didn't pick up the Stanley Cup. Lost out to the LA Kings. LeBlanc trying to make something from him behind, just using the position behind the net as a pivot to go left or right. Oh, nice skills. Wonderful play there from Perezogin. He's turned his man inside out. Denisov drives it right in front of the crease. Popov was waiting, couldn't get the touch though. Now coming, looking for another option. Oh, and the pass from Perezogin just gets away. The US get a stick on him. The pass there from Anisimov. Oh, a breathless beginning to this night game here in Helsinki. The Hartwall Arena. The smaller of the two, marginally, compared to the Ericsson Globe over in Stockholm. I've been very happy to see the Finns go to the top. Could be another happy moment here for the Russians, but it's snatched out of the air by Bishop. Sergei Mozyakin, who was the top scorer this season in the KHL, 76 points in 48 regular season games, 3-time World Championship gold medal winner in 2008, 2009 and last year. He's one of those lethal forwards I was talking about just before. As Craig Smith gets the pass up. Here's the man who's got both goals for the US, Stasny. Now back in the D with McBain. And a little pass, tries to just give it and go there, Jamie McBain. Another one of those that was in the SM Liga in Finland in the lockout. In his 4th season with the Hurricanes in the NHL. Oh, that pass just getting away, a little sloppy. And another whistle on the play. Well, they usually commit more of their quality stars. So you got to look at some of the off-ice entertainment. The Russians compared to the US, which is why they've been so good at this tournament down the years. Of course, everybody looking forward to next year's Olympic Games, Winter Olympic Games, to be held in Sochi in Russia, where, as we see that shot, it goes straight at Brizgalov. They're hoping, the Russians, of course, that they can win gold on their own soil for the first time ever in their history, as Russia, lethal as the Soviet Union. 7 times they took the gold. The last of those in 1988 in Calgary. But everyone's looking to, all of those except the North Americans, missing their key stars, are looking to keep building at this sort of level. We're going to meet a lot of these teams in the Winter Olympics. As the shot comes in, another smart one from Anisimov. Just got a stick in the face maybe there. Went off a little gingerly. Could be an issue here. Johnson maybe for slashing. Indeed it is. So 2 minutes in the bin. Well, you can see it easy there. Blatant from Eric Johnson. First penalty minutes for him, the Colorado Avalanche defenseman. They certainly want to try and make up for the silver medal in that dramatic finale to the 2010 Olympic final against the Canadians. She was on the losing end of. It was Yakin. Well, we got the US shorthanded. What can Russia do here? Seems like waited a bit too long for a goal after all those 4 came in quick succession. Trying to make the angle, Nikulin. Nikulin still in space. 4 USA skaters just keeping it tight and trying to work the angle. They have got it back to Nikulin. Nikulin with the slap shot. High up in the slot. Good D so far by the US as they're trying to kill this penalty, and that was a poor pass. Just dumped up the other end by Justin Falk. Another one successful in junior level at the international stage. Well, and then just stolen away. Here comes Ryan Carter. It's Carter. Oh, and a crucial slide there. Whistle on the play, but oh, was it Kovalchuk? It's Kovalchuk who lost it. Is he the one that recovers this? Watch Kovalchuk here, skating all the way. And then the slide, in fact, it's coming from his defenseman. It was Kovalchuk that collided with the post and knocked the goal off. So that's why we've got the face-off, and you can see all the Russian flags fluttering there as we come into the last moments of this first period. A thrilling first period, with the score tied at 2 apiece. The Russians, with 35 seconds left of the power play, deciding to build it up from the back. The US want to keep this game tied with only a minute left. Puck just jumps out the ice, so we'll have another little pause. And as I mentioned, the Russians had only conceded 1 goal coming into this one. Already taken 2. They had that first up win against Latvia, hammered them 6-0. And then took down Germany 4-1. Finding it harder going here. These 2 early up were powder puffs, you got to say, for the Russians. Harder games to come with the likes of Finland in the group, as well as the USA and Slovakia as well. I'm sure they'll offer a test. If we go back to 2012, it was a Russia-Slovakia final. The Russians took 6 goals to 2. They took all 10 games they played in regulation time and dominated, as we see the wraparound. What a save from Bishop from point-blank range. And he keeps it level. Wow, the Russians so close to getting that 3rd goal. And in the final 10 seconds, we've had action aplenty in the first period, and almost a moment there for Chris Butler. Well, the gong goes. We didn't want it to end. Such was a thrilling hockey in the first period. But as we go into the break, it's Russia 2, USA 2. So much more to come in this one. Don't go away. Hello and welcome back to the Hardball Arena, where we've got an absolute classic on our hands. 2-2 after the first period, locked between Russia and the US. First goal from Anton Belov, and then Stasny got two to get the US in front, and then Kovalchuk leveled it up as we get going again here in the second period. Looking at the shot count, it was 9-8 on the first 20 in favor of Russia, and they had another great chance right before the end, which Bishop managed to keep out. The Russians a little bit shaky in defense, but managed to take their chances well at the other end. They're well on the way to having the all-time highest goal-scoring matchup between these two in the World Championships. The four previous meetings, it's been 3-2 on 3 occasions and 4-1 in the group stage of 2009. As they come forward, and then the shot just drifts wide from Andrei Loktionov. Here he is again, quickly round to pick that one up. He played 2 playoff games last season to get on the Stanley Cup, have his name engraved on the famous trophy. Oh, nice cross-ice pass, and then look at the skills, and a great chance building here. And saved by Bishop. Credit, though, to Mozyakin. And he's certainly taking his form from domestic championship in the KHL into the jersey of the Russians. So close there, but really quality on the stick just to get away from the defenseman. Well, the shot coming in and behind. I think the defensive statistics have gone out the window already after the first period for these two. Having conceded 2 so early on. Long range shot, but again it's wide of Brizgalov in the Russian goal. He's keeping the D tight. Just a little reverse pass there from Butler to get it, and now Butler arriving under pressure though from Tutin. Tutin, who already had a trip into the box for holding an opponent. He's gone in again now for hooking. Just 2 minutes and 9 seconds on the clock here in the second period. Another look. Well, you can see clearly there with the stick coming across on Bobby Butler. So the USA ahead. 1 power play goal. The second one for Stasny, which is a wonderful finish from close range on the left-hand side. Offside called there. Craig Smith in his second year with the Nashville Predators. Didn't have the best of seasons in the Western Conference, ended up in 14th. Just 2 points ahead of the Colorado Avalanche. Here is Smith again. Little triangle there on the right side, and space of the shot. Good save there by Brizgalov, coming from the stick of Truba. US just trying to build it up again from the back. Now coming through center ice and trying to find an option. And he's going to find the space. Here's Stasny on a hat-trick. Fulks waiting, but good D there. Excellent work by Svitov. 1 minute left on the power play. Now the US not managing to get the puck forward, not the best play, but you've got to give credit there to Alexander Svitov. Had 3 seasons in the NHL with Tampa and Columbus. You see another penalty, this time it's against Svitov though for holding. This is the second penalty of the tournament, and just yanking back, just in foul. And the Russian coach got plenty to think about, and the US calling a timeout there. And the coach, Joe Sacco, who's coaching in the NHL, just preceding the World Championships with the Colorado Avalanche, who, as I just mentioned, were bottom of their conference. A former NHL player as well with the Anaheim Ducks and Washington Capitals, amongst others. Also played 5 times in the World Championships as a skater. 10 points in total in those 5 campaigns between 1990 and 2002. So after the timeout done, we're ready to get going again. Russians still short-handed with 2 men now out the box, a 3-on-5, and that's why we just had that little pause as they try and make the angle to get this 3rd goal. The shot comes in and around off the back, and the Russians are going to have to be really focused to keep this one out. Falk, and the pass onto the goal line, and then the driven shot straight into the defender, snaps the stick as well. Can't get out of there. Another shot, another save by Brizgalov. Quickly back, Falk collects, pass comes over, Truba, oh, the shot. Well, he's still without a sick Medvedev. Bits of it strewn across the ice as the US trying to make it pay in this 2-man advantage from close range. Oh, Brizgalov does well, manages to smother the puck, the whistle on the play, and the Russians survive as the skaters come rushing in. Now the US trying everything there. You could see that driven shot that hit the stick of Evgeny Medvedev. And that was the one, just using the left leg of the pad to stop that shot by Craig Smith from close range. Maybe we'd been better off going across in there. Well, back to 4. Still got 1:07 to play though. Bishop started again as the US look to try and get their 6th power play goal of the tournament. A little dump and go from Johnson. And the Russians just flinging up the other end, so you can kill a few more of these seconds. Now is McBain. Now in center ice, Stapleton keeps on going ahead. Just evades him and then away from Nikulin. 20 seconds to go in the power play. Pass off the boards from Johnson. In behind, looking for the option. Around the crease is LeBlanc. Driven shot. Oh, that struck the post. It wasn't a good pass there from McBain. Missing out LeBlanc. Still trying to work the angle. The power play's over though. Another shot as they come back to full strength, and well, maybe the Russians can just take a breather. Another shot comes in, another chance. Bobby Butler in front, and another whistle goes. And well, the Russians have done well to survive that dangerous moment. See here the driven shot from Jacob Truba that just rattled the post. Rizgalov tried to just edge across the crease, cover the space. Inches away from his second goal of the tournament, the Winnipeg Jets defenseman. Well, now just getting through that little period and be feeling confident. The Russians, they've got to get rid of this puck under the pressure. Up, high up on the point, and the pass comes in. Could be danger here, then just swept away. And coming the long way round, trying to work it in from the short angle. 6 minutes gone. There's plenty of men in front. Well, a little tangle of sticks. It could be a breakaway though. 2-on-2 through the center ice. The pass comes. Radulov. Still Radulov with a little skill. Knocks the puck through the legs. Then the check, a crucial one. Kovalchuk tried to get his stick on it, but away it comes with Jonta. Oh, again, they're trying to set it up. Coming away here. A little dump and go just so they can change the line. Pass comes into the center ice. There's too much on him for Mozyakin. Now Johnson skating with pace, pass into Christo. Peluche is in the middle, fighting for it on the boards. Lays it into the path of Bjugstad, and then back. Hunwick just gives the pass. Now he peels off. Hunwick! Oh, Hunwick scores! And the USA take the lead again. What a hit from Matt Hunwick. Assist for Aaron Peluche. He's caught that quite beautifully. It's his second goal there. Hunwick just laid back in the high slot position, drifting across. This will be the angle. Flies through the crowd, right into the top corner. Rizgalov sees his third. He's ducking that one as the puck was just turning over in the air towards him. And the USA edge back in front once more. Hunwick plays his hockey for the Colorado Avalanche. I already said at a rotten year, formerly of the Boston Bruins. 20 World Championship gold medal for him back in 2004. It was his second goal in just his first ever appearance in the main competition of the World Championships. There was another one of the brilliant goals scored in this fascinating game is panning out here. Poor defending on that one. Stats things first. Here's coming his second. Nice. Towards the net. Not enough pressure there from Ilya Nikulin. And then leveled up by the legend, Ilya Kovalchuk. Yeah, this blow from Matt Hunwick means that it's USA 3, Russia 2. He's having another pause. Taking their time about this. The referee's having a word with Ben Bishop. He was exchanged to Tampa in April by the Senators in the NHL. He was brought in, Milyatinov, to get the gold and build towards the Olympics, and he's certainly been doing that. He's with AK Bars Kazan for a number of years, from 2005 to 2011. Won the Gagarin Cup in successive seasons with Bas Kazan. Look at Perezogin, who had 2 seasons in North America with the Montreal Canadiens. A multi-gold medal winner as well at junior level and with the seniors in 2009 and last year. Dumping blow comes off the back of the boards, and he's trying to find an angle for the pass to come in. Not to keep it tight. 12 minutes to go in the second period. The Russians come away, got a 3-on-2 developing here. Chance maybe for Popov, just decides to lay it off. And the driven shot, save with the pad, well though by Bishop. Good hit by, it was number 77, Ryazensky. It's his career high, 18 points, the defenseman for CSKA Moscow this year. Back high up on the blue line, little dummy, good defensive work. Credit there as Chutin has to go back to collect the puck he lost. Dancing left and right, good skills here from Kovalchuk into the middle, shot coming in, and Bishop manages to smother the hit from Chutin. He would have broken his career high for points in the NHL. He had 22 from 48 games in that shortened season. His record is 34 from 48. Plucked out of the air that time though by Bishop. Well, that famous Russian folk song is geeing up the crowd. Face-off lost as the Americans come away with it. And centre ice, good little dink there, and to go forward, drop of the shoulder, but there's no space, the referee in the way as well. Puck bobbling around, they managed to get it away now over into Denisov. Right on the line, they played the pass well, but neither of the Russians could get onto it, and then at the other end, whistle on the play. Another look at Matt Hunwick and his goal. Well, you can see there that his own defenseman, Biryakov, was in the way. He just didn't pick it at all. Credit to Hunwick. Driving forward, another little dump up the end, looking to try and make some space for a teammate. Doesn't come that time for the USA, and starting once again. Smart pass into the neutral zone. Good interception by Loktionov there. Pass back, and Kovalchuk. Still Kovalchuk, so silky on the puck, straight through the legs there. It's a different class to some of these USA defensemen. Just making a mockery of them, and needs to try and turn in the goals though. Already got one this evening. Pass comes over. Ryazensky, arriving was Radulov. Shot comes in. Radulov again making a nuisance of himself in front of Bishop. Inside the final 10 minutes of the second period. Courageous dive there from Alexei Tereshchenko, four-time Russian Super League winner with Dynamo Moscow. And then now the KHL win the Gagarin Cup in 2010. Got his best points in regular season this year, as we see some of the other entertainment wearing a mixture of shirts. The best singer I ever heard, Tereshchenko going for the puck with Stasny. And quickly coming away, Radulov with Kovalchuk nearby. It's still Radulov. Radulov goes in behind, there's two of them waiting at the crease. Tereshchenko was one as well. Trying to drive forward, Craig Smith on his own. Stick comes out from Medvedev. Medvedev once more can bring it away, and Smart little pass collected. Oh, what a nice touch. Opens it up and then just wiped out. Good defense from the USA. And the Russians were looking dangerous there. Medvedev could be building towards a goal. They need to try and get themselves level again, the Russians. Led early on, but then went behind 2-1. Leveled it up once more. 2-2. A little layoff. Shot right in front, and Tereshenko makes it 3 apiece. Lovely pass in from Sergei Moskin. And the Russians are dancing again. Russia 3, USA 3. Let's have another look at this. Moskin picks it up. The pass in, and it's a smart finish from Tereshenko. Arriving late into the crease. Little touch. Bishop had no chance. Tereshenko gets his first goal of the tournament. .32 years of age now, Alexei Tereshenko. That's his 9th World Championship goal of his career. World champion in 2008 and in 2012, as well as a silver medal in 2010. Whether or not steal one off him, he got another gold in 2009, so a well-decorated skater for the Russians. And he's come up there to get them level here in this second period. 6 goals already. 42 minutes of play. 8 minutes on the clock. Now a little casual in possession there from Tutin. He managed to bring it away though. Perezogin. Pass coming up. McBain. Back to McBain as he brings it into the Russian zone. Pass in front. Tried it from a narrow angle. It was Ryan Carter. Another one to have won the Stanley Cup, though only played 4 games with the Anaheim Ducks. After moving over from the AHL. And the whistle on the play. I do wonder how many of these might feature in the Olympics next year, as we take a look at the goal for Russia, and it was a perfectly timed move in. You can see the frustration there of Bobby Butler, who was trying to cover Tereshenko, but he was just too slow behind him. The Russians carving the US Open. Noktinov, he lays it off. Kovalchuk over. And the slap shot coming in. Oh, it took a deflection on the way through. It's just through Bishop. And he can start up again with Falk. Nice pickup by Nate Thompson. Signed a 4-year extension with Tampa, excuse me, in March. Voktinov, and he loses out easily, and Craig Smith can lay the pass across. Here it is with Eric Johnson coming through the neutral zone. Had the option of Stasny behind him, didn't take it, and the Russians take it back. Ryasensky. Good pass. Options are here, comes over. Now the shot from close range from Radulov. But straight at Bishop. Ryasensky back in the Russian zone. Took a big clip off the stick. Bishop deciding to come out of his net. Well, that almost cost him. Oh, and almost opening up if the pass comes. Indeed it does. Then the shot. What a save from Bishop, though. I think it was Medvedev with the shot. And then from range, the Russians raining down shots on the USA net. As we approach the last 5 minutes of the period, little layoff here. Medvedev wants it, gets another shot off, another save from Bishop. Now is Soin. Denisov. And eventually, well, a breathless period comes to an end with Svitov in the picture. The one who featured last year is Medvedev, a fellow teammate. Here's the layoff and the shot low down. In fact, it struck the post. Gave Bishop the credit, but he doesn't take it on replay. Have another look. A sweet wristy shot. Beats Bishop on his left, but couldn't get it inside that post. Hunwick right in front, didn't have a clue where it was. This is Radulov just a few moments before, and Bishop did do better. Radulov, the Russian goal-scoring machine, did have 1 year in the NHL with Nashville back in 2006. Didn't actually feature last year for Russia in the World Championships. And the game tied at 3 apiece. Face off with Tereshchenko and Thompson. Thompson, in his second appearance of the World Championships, the highest of them all. Smith and Stasny with 3. Oh, that was given away cheaply. Chance here. That strike the post again. It was Petrov with the shot. 5 minutes to go. Just a little give and go. And that took a deflection, hoping that it would come back USA's way, and it did. Carter in behind, trying to get away from Belov. Belov, who got the first goal, just trying to make it difficult on the spin. Finds, or almost finds Thompson. Now it's Mozyakin. 7-6 in favour of the US. 15 each in the game so far. The last 4.5 minutes of the second period. 2-2 it finished at the end of the first. Goal apiece in the second. Which way is he going to go? Are there any more goals to come? It's already the most goals these two have scored against each other in the World Championship game. It was at 5. Preceding this fascinating fixture as Perezogin tries to get it out. Does so. Anisimov. Still Anisimov loses his skates though. And tries to use it to control. He does well again though, Anisimov, and finds his man. The American's not giving up on it though. Perezogin thought he'd come away with it. Only to see here's this moment for Petrov. Let's have another look. Sticks it in, and it hits the bar off a big deflection. And it was the trailing leg of Hunwick who catches it. That was the one from just before. Biryakov comes it up the other end. Just quickly gets it around and away out of the danger area. Good pass across, and the US come into the Russian zone. A slap shot from wide on the left wing. Doesn't work out, and a big cheer here as the Russians come forward with Kovalchuk. Still Kovalchuk, well, try to be a little too smart, but he's still got the puck at his feet. Now the pass comes around, Loktionov. He loses out. Good D there from Eric Johnson. Chance building, Smith lays it across. Oh, the shot from Johnson is blocked by Nikulin. Does manage to work it back to Petri. Jeff Petri, one of the more experienced men, 25 years of age. His second season with the third season, I should say, with the Oilers. Well, they won the face-off initially, but then the Russians slowing things down for the USA as they take it off them again. 3-on-3 as they come into the USA zone. The Soin. Nice pass to Kokorev. Bringing a foul. It's as if we've got another tripping foul here against Jeff Petrie. He goes into the box. 2 minutes for him. It's the first foul of the tournament. Have another look. Yeah, just there on Denis Kokorev. Doesn't agree with it, but they're going to close out this period. Down to 4, so short-handed the US. Russians with just 1 power play goal so far in the tournament. Good time to get one now. Kovalchuk couldn't get it past Thompson. Just lost the puck there, LeBlanc. Sends it up the other end. They can start again now here with Nikulin. And the pass through the legs. Nikulin gives it over to Tereshenko. Scored that wonderful 3rd goal. Definitely a different level of quality between Russian attackers and some of the others in Group H. Nice idea, but couldn't get it to stick, the pass. The reverse one from Kovalchuk. In behind is Tereshenko. He lets it go up on the blue line. Kovalchuk there. Shot takes a big deflection, try to hit the bouncing puck. Again strikes Jonta. Nikulin over to Kovalchuk. All sorts of traffic in front of him as he comes across. The slap shot driven. Right in front was Tereshenko. Couldn't touch it though, and Radulov now. Pass comes in. Oh, took a deflection and poured at it. Did Ben Bishop. Laid back. Mozyakin right on the goal line. Looking for an option with Radulov. And laid back again. Kovalchuk. 1 minute of the second period remaining, and Mozyakin just taking his time. Kovalchuk is high up on the blue line. Lays it back. Mozyakin. Oh, and then just dies out. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Almost at an end to this second period, which has failed to produce. Side in front. The US took the lead again, but haven't been able to hold on to that advantage. Twice they've been ahead, twice the Russians have pegged them back. They've done well though on killing that penalty through the legs. And Jonta loses out. Offside is the call. Medvedev trying to get it away. 5 seconds to go on the clock. And the buzzer goes. Well, fascinating second period. It's Russia 3, USA 3. All still to play for here in the 3rd game for these two sides in Group H. Don't go away.
The score after the second period, Team Russia 3, Team USA 3. Intermission 15 minutes.
Hello and welcome back to the Hartwell Arena. We're back underway the third period, locked at 3 goals each between Russia and the USA. The USA twice in the lead after Russia opened the scoring. But they managed to peg them back. A lovely finish from Alexei Tereshchenko. 31 minutes and 19 seconds. And we're well poised here in Group H. Both these sides undefeated, don't forget, before coming in. The Russians were the heavily favoured ones. There's a collision there between the two US skaters. And US just rather give up on that one, knowing that there was two of their men down on the ice. The Russians just edging the shot count again. It was 9-8 after the first period, 9-8 again in the second. And who is going to be able to just keep pushing? We heard from Matt Hunwick, who scored the third goal for the US as he went in for the break, saying that his keeper Ben Bishop was being very vocal in the goal and driving on his team. As there's another whistle, this time goes against Mozyakin. Hard work. Watch this collision here. Smith and David Moss smashing into each other. Moss, who moved to Phoenix after 6 years at Calgary. Going again to the option, sending it all the way around the boards. Try and pick out the teammate, but good work on the D by Feratutin. Oh, danger brewing here. It was Tereshchenko with the pass, and then the shot. Risky effort from Mozyakin. Mozyakin still yet to get a point, despite being the all-time scorer for this season in the KHL. Playing his hockey with Metalurg. And the majority of the Russians playing in their native land, with the biggest teams as well. It's certainly a bonus for them all playing together this season. The playoffs and the Gagarin Cup finishing earlier than the Stanley Cup. They're just trying to build a little push in the back there, and the reverse pass coming from Alexander Popov, trying to pick out Matteo Benissimo. About 3.5 years at the Rangers, all 20 playoff games, took 10 points last season for the loss to the New Jersey Devils in the conference finals. Coming up through center ice, looking to get things going. Bjugstad with a little ugly hack at the puck. Nice control in the pass. Oh, a nice idea there from Soin. Trying to get something going. What a smart effort that was on the right side. Took a big deflection. And out for the face-off, Danny Christoph. Made the first all-star team for the universities after his 52 points for North Dakota. The 20 gold medalist in 2010. A lot of these young guys will be hoping for move up into the big time. Christoph, only 22 years of age. Oh, nice pass into center ice, coming forward with Craig Smith, who just lets it go. Now Butler, and it's taken by Briskalov. Skolov, well known, a Philadelphia Flyers goalie, and he's playing in the US pretty much his whole career since taking up with the Cincinnati Mighty Ducks, farmed out by Mighty Ducks. Moved on to Anaheim and Coyotes. 425 NHL games. Championship gold. He got a bronze in the 2002 Winter Olympics. As the pass there from Tereshenko doesn't quite find Mozyakin in a good position. Tries to keep it alive though, the number 10. Medvedev back into Tutin. And goes cross ice. Here's Tereshenko. Might have been an offside there. Medvedev down. Oh, and the check there could be boarding here. Look. Well, the check from number 20, Ryan Carter. Was Carter going down just before? No penalty. Just hung out the glove there. Anisimov trying to catch the puck. And manage it as it goes back towards Ruzegov, leaves it go, and the pass comes into center ice. It's taken smartly by Anisimov, and then coming forward, a sweet move there, and the attempted finish from Perezogin taken by Ben Bishop. Quick move there from the Russians. Slick passing, just let it go as Perezogin arrived. Well anticipated by Bishop though, just moving over towards his near post. Slap shot coming, oh, wide though from Belov. Who got us going with the first goal after 5 minutes 23 seconds. Oh, the Russians starting to heat up now. Looking good, the pass is sticking. Anisimov on his knees. Sticks out the stick and gets it round to Tereshenko. Indeed, it was Perezogin. Dumped into the corner. Trying to find Christoph. And there's Perezogin. He's voted the Iron Man of the KHL in 2012. There is 208 games played in 3 seasons. Battle looming there. Kokorev trying to get it out. Also was Sergei Soin. Collecting the puck high up on the point is Svitov. He gets it back. Lost by Bishop. In behind, trying to find an option. Under pressure though. Good use of the skate by Kokorev. Trying to find the option. Oh, and it's a good take by Bishop. Credit to Kokorev. He's got plenty of trinkets in his trophy cabinet. Nice idea, but seen all the way. Sergei Soin arrived with a high stick. Still very evenly poised as we wait for this 7th goal. And it's going to come. Sent into the corner. It's been 1 overtime win in this group's already between Finland and Germany in the Finnish first game on the 3rd of May. Next 2 games coming up for these. United States play tomorrow evening. You can join me and Nilsson for that when they meet host Finland. Sure that this Hartwall Arena is going to be absolutely rocking then. Russia played a day after against France. It's an afternoon start. Here's another look at the goals. First one from Stasny. There was the second. Put the US 2-1 ahead. Not too many chances since though for Stasny. pause here. Former coach. And the Finnish just watching on. As mentioned, they'll be playing tomorrow night, so he's just doing his homework. Tangled up there off the face-off in the neutral zone, but the Russians come away with it. A little short pass. He's got options left and right. No. Unable to get that one out though from his legs. Loktinov. And the US coming forward. There's the option. Goes to the right side. The whistle goes though. LeBlanc couldn't control, and maybe an offside. Line change. It's the mascot there. Having a good time. Everybody enjoying themselves here in Helsinki. They've been treated to 2 periods of real exciting hockey. Still unsure which way this one's going to go as Tutin knocks it in behind. Now Medvedev lays back. Then comes short. Here's Evgeny Medvedev, the 2-time Gagarin Cup champ. Pass comes into the centre ice, didn't get it past Muzyakin, but then he lost out. Medvedev on the spin, loses his skates. And it's Ryan Carter. Now giving chase is Steven Jointer. Worked out though here. Petrov leaves it. Puck comes into the middle, right across the front of the crease, and a slap shot from wide on the left. In behind, Mozyakin couldn't get his stick on it as Petrov tries first time on the spin. Not much pace on it though, and wide of the goal. The US can bring it forward. Still a lot of hockey to play in this. I feel is maybe a decider of the 2 of the 3 teams that are vying for the top of Group H. Finland who are now there after their 2 wins and 1 overtime win on 8 points. The Russians and the United States are both on 6, as are Slovakia, who have played 1 game more. Managed to deke it out and in behind with Perezogin. Can't take it away, so LeBlanc arrives, leaves it for a teammate. A reverse pass off the barriers. And you have to say the Russians have looked more dangerous in this 3rd period. Oh, and the swing of the blade from Butler misses the puck. Siding forward. Now just going to let it go, and then the shot driven in. Good save from Ryazensky. He's on the puck again, over to Denisov. Brings it into the American zone. Denisov on the goal line, just turning away from Falk. Oh, good work from Eric Johnson. Danger once more brewing though with the Russian. Sergei Soin loses control of it. Trying to make that angle, and the US doing a good job there, pressing high up in the neutral zone, pushing the Russians back, and taking the puck. Good D there from the USA. That one's taken by Brizgalov, the smaller of the 2 goalies out there. 1.91 m, the Russian goalie. 2 meters and 1 centimeter Ben Bishop. 98 kilos, an absolute monster between the pipes for the USA. Now the atmosphere is going to be something altogether different when they meet the hosts Finland tomorrow night. The Finnish have all but sold out this arena, over 12,000 for their games with Germany, Slovakia, and yesterday with France. dink and go from Moss, who collects his own puck. Lays it back. Craig Smith arriving, tries to swing it around up the balls onto the high point, and then the pass into the middle is cut out by the Russians. Kovalchuk lays into the middle. Oh, again, it was almost the copy from the other side of the goal scored by Tereshchenko. Oh, this could be something. Kovalchuk tries to lay it across. His pass is cut out though. Last-ditch defending from the US. And again, just helping it on to Vizkolov so they can change the lines. Alexander Radulov. Just waiting for that pass from Kovalchuk. Credit goes to Craig Smith, who just dived and flung out the stick. That's a good record in anyone's book. Almost midway through the final period, still locked at 3 goals apiece. That pass just goes behind. Petrov manages to recover it now. The number 90 looks for an option. Pressed up against the boards by Carter. Gets away from him. Oh, great skills there. Just to drop the shoulder and come inside. But the US have done well. Johnson evades the man arriving. Nate Thompson sitting behind. Here's Carter. Watched by Denisov. Still Carter. Thompson's in the middle. That pass goes astray. And to start again here with Chris Butler. He went to the Swedish second division during the lockout. Wearing number 34. Plays for the Calgary Flames. Mid-20s, 26 years of age. Definitely a big difference between these two in terms of World Cup matches played. Total for the Russians, 420 games played at the World Championships, just 127 for the US. There's disparity between the two. Of course, when it comes to the NHL, 2,850 NHL games for the Russians compared to 3,850 by the USA. Closer than you might think. In behind is Popov. Can't get away from. It was Chris Butler again. Still the Russians have it. The shot close in. Whistle after Perezogin knocked the shot off. Well, they're keeping the beat going. The Russians. Perezogin, another one of those who plays for Avangard Omsk. A good season, got 25 points for Omsk, 17 goals. As ever, the traditional run in the KHL. Omsk ended up going out in the conference semi-finals against Chelyabinsk. The action in the Russian zone. Well, still poised on a knife edge. Which side is going to be able to take the crucial advantage? We've only got 8 minutes and 20 seconds remaining in the final period. Still Russia 3, USA 3. Could it be now 1-on-1 for the Russians? Another good save from Bishop after Kokorev drove through with the forehand shot. Soin gets it up and away, but intercepted by Karl. And a crucial touch there from Denisov. Another puck in center ice. Over again to Matt Karl. Well, tried to give it going. It's not worked out. A one-on-one. The shot. Well, straight. Matt Bishop from Zvitov. He just shares some words with USA number 25. The referee is very quick to stamp out any violent play. I mentioned already, Sergei Soin was on the end of a challenge in his first matchup of the tournament when Russia played Latvia for a major penalty given. There was that earlier save as Kokorev drove forward. Look at that for a sweet move. Passed across the ice first time, then quickly into Kokorev, who was coming in on the angle, and then tried the shot, but produced a good save from Bishop. As the Russian bench talk tactics. Certainly expect USA to qualify and try and go one better than they did a year ago when they lost to host Finland 3-2 in the quarterfinals. Side that Russia defeated 6-2 in the semis. Czech Republic got the better of the Finns in the bronze medal game. Russia have now won 4 since changing from the Soviet Union. 4 gold medals, 2 silvers and 2 bronze. Soviets had 22 gold medals at the World Championships, and that really dominated the event across the 60s, 70s and into the 80s. Canada on the other side, as well as the Czech Republic, have really been the dominant teams in the last decade or so, as the USA try to start things on the left-hand side. High up on the point from Hunwick. Already with that 1 goal. 7 minutes to go in the final period. Coming forward, Kovalchuk. Still Kovalchuk. And he tried to get it off. And the whistle comes. Really hard to call. The Russians have looked dangerous. More dangerous of the two as the game's gone on. Been able to make it count. They're higher up on the shot count in this final time. Face off here, won by Tereshenko, and the shot from Medvedev starts in behind, and Petrov tries to get it going, and lays off this time to Tereshenko. Looking for the wraparound. Still there. Medvedev. Nice shot. No, they haven't got it away. And then trying to just force it in front of the crease. Everyone's there. Oh, Medvedev scores! And it's Russia who break the deadlock. Cue the rapturous scenes from the Russian fans in the crowd. Big celebration from Yevgeny Medvedev. His second goal of the tournament. Goes to celebrate with the line, and well, a crucial goal there for the Russians. And there's all sorts of bodies, chaos in front of the crease, and Medvedev just arrives late. The defenseman just tap home to give Russia the advantage. Bishop stranded on the ice. And all the Americans just standing round, disbelief. It felt like it had been coming for the Russians, and they finally got themselves ahead after leading 1-0. They peg back 2-1, 3-2. Now in the lead again. We've got 6 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the final period. What can the USA do to answer that call from the Red Army? Now the Russians are going to have to resist this counter from the USA. Little tip on, the puck's still there. It's away from his man. Nice spin from Anisimov. And then from range, took a deflection shot from Nikulin. Let's see how much it meant to the Russians there. Wonderful celebrations. No one suggests they don't take this tournament seriously, which is something that is usually said of the Americans. Certainly in the American media. As the pass comes forward, Bishop comes out of goal. A little reverse pass to Falk. Russians pushing high up in the US zone, but they've got it away. Here with Palushik. Oh, nice idea there from Matt Karl. And the Russians come away with it. Smart turn back by Kokorev. Now there's a penalty call. High sticking there against Danny Christo. And that's not what the USA wanted as they push to get level in this game. See it here, and he cracks Alexander Svitov on the visor. Well, you can tell by the look on the face of Sacco. He knows that's a crucial moment. Team going to be short-handed for 2 of the remaining 5 minutes. And if they push too much, they could leave space. Kovalchuk has already found some for himself. Kovalchuk lays off, and there it is, the 5th goal for Russia. And surely that's it now. Alexander Radulov, the lethal forward in the KHL, collects his 2nd goal and 5th point of the tournament. And the Russians take a 5-3 advantage. Well, it was only seconds into the power play. And it was simple work, assist to Kovalchuk. Got to say, Matt Karl doesn't do much there, just a sitting target for Kovalchuk to pass underneath, and waiting was Radulov. He knew it was a simple finish. So they're 2 behind, there's still a man down as well, the US. We've got 4 minutes 30 on the clock. Surely there's no way back for them now. Popov lays off. Well, in their previous meetings in the World Championships, the USA have only won 1 and lost as well in the group stages of the 2006 Olympics. With an 8-goal thriller. That matchup in the Olympics was a 5-4 win for the Russians. Berezogin, he loses out. LeBlanc manages to get into center ice. Butler feverishly going at it now, the USA. Have they left it too late? Back to full strength. I think we can take Bishop out of the goal soon. An extra skater on the ice. Little jink inside from Moss, but loses the puck. Now with Hunwick. Get it out of his feet, and the shot comes in. Oh, and it's initially lost and away by the stick. Shot from Craig Smith. 4 of them there pinned in the area behind the Russian goal. And finally they get it away, and then Swan. Radulov missing a couple of teeth, but he didn't miss that chance. First time he's been putting them in all season. You see there, there's a little loop around the goal, appears at the back post. He enjoyed that. Soft one. Not a good pass though when they need the crisp play. That one going over towards Eric Johnson, but need to go back and pick it up. Here's Hunwick. A little layoff. Smith loses his skates and teammate to come out and help him. In, trying to get it away. This is what led to the first goal for the Russians. For defense. Not clearing the puck at the first opportunity. Pass over here to Yakin. Dumps it up the other end. The Russians are just trying to keep it tight now. They don't want to make any more pressure on themselves than necessary. Isgalov take that every time. Bouncing puck on the happy side as it just trickled towards. And indeed, Bishop's gone out now. Extra skater on the ice for the USA as they try to pull back. This 2-goal deficit. Only a couple of minutes left to play. Off the Russian stick, but it's come back to the USA. Empty net. McBain over. And it's Jamie McBain again. Going forward. Going back to Christo. And it was Christo's penalty for high sticking. Led to the 5th goal. Now tries to get the shot off. Oh, just hits the post. Russia mixed the chance for the 6th. McBain. 90 seconds to go in this 3rd game in Group H. The Russians in charge. They're close to their 3rd victory to go top of the Helsinki group. On to 9 points. Surely too late now for the USA to do anything, and almost you can tell it by their body language. If they can get one now, maybe there's a chance of sending it to overtime, but it has to come soon if it's going to come at all. Russians just trying to get it away. Lost out there though. First time shot taken. Budyakov was the one in behind now. Pass intercepted by Hunwick. Again, it's Anisimov. And now there is a bit of space. Another shot, again it's wide. Just took a deflection off Johnson, 30 seconds remaining. The US will not get that victory over them. Surely now. Oh, what a block in front of the goal. Well, they're desperate to keep it at 2. Ten seconds remaining. And the Russians are going to claim a thrilling victory here over the USA. The buzzer goes, it's all over. And it's finished, Russia 5, the USA 3. Well, the Russians took the lead early on. The first goal from Belov after just 5 minutes, 23 seconds. And the Americans came back through Paul Stastny after a mix-up in front of goal. Stastny put the US ahead after 13:28, and then to finish a thrilling first period, Ilya Kovalchuk made it 2-2. There was a goal apiece in the second period as well. And Hunwick again giving the USA the lead before Tereshenko got on the end of a Sergei Mozyikin pass. And then it was all Russia in the final time with Medvedev scoring from range. And Alexander Radulov getting the power play goal to make it Russia 5, USA 3. Awards coming up for the best players. Now just call coming in there that Eric Johnson got a misconduct penalty. We just saw him strike the puck as the buzzer went. So I'll leave you with the two sides picking up the game awards. There will one be chosen from either side to go through the post-match pleasantries. Everyone's been treated to a thrilling game here. 8 goals. And the Russians just too strong in the end, and a crucial victory for them in their bid to retain the World Championships. Stasny, unsurprisingly, with his 2 goals, gets the award for the Americans. The Russians retained the title in 2009 after winning in 2008, beat Canada in both those finals. Presentation party in place as we get ready for the Russian. Tereshenko got that 3rd goal, picks it up for the Russians. Well, that's all we've got time for. Much more hockey to come from the 2013 IIHF World Championships. Be sure to tune in tomorrow. From me, Owen Nelson, good evening.